starters. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Draymond Green is out there with Horford, and it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And Frank, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
Curry finds Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And Horford is a selective shooter, but he's fantastic at knowing when to attack inside.
Here's Durant. True on the 14-footer.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. We discussed their matchup against Stephen Curry, and Coach told me we have to be active. We have to be intense. We need to deny him the ball and smother him when he does have it. We have to take away his breathing room. Well, we know what happens when you give Curry room to operate, guys. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Smith with a screen on Curry. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And, Richard, you were telling me before the game you're a big fan of Amen Thompson.
Oh, man, he is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions. One of the top athletes in the league, and he's just such an instinctive playmaker.
RJ, there were questions about the 2 timeline approaching Golden State, but some of those young guys have made a difference.
And some haven't. But those team-friendly contracts of those younger players, that's one advantage. And a way to keep that energetic talent around their young stars.
Now Eason, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Now here's Durant, defended by Moody. A nice shot by KD. KD's got his second basket.
The control KD has from any spot on the floor, that's what makes him different.
Curry looking around. Over Thompson. Rebound by Smith.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And that one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Curry's shot is good.
That is just a thing of beauty. Curry's stroke is flawless.
Şengün with a screen on Curry. Thompson passes to Şengün. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
Richard, we know that anytime Alperen Şengün steps on the floor, he's a triple-double threat.
Yeah, he's one of the tallest players to ever have multiple triple-doubles. Şengün is such a great passer, it adds another dimension to their offense.
Now here is Horford. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot from 13. Shot by Podziemski, no good. Houston leading by 4. Durant's shot is good. Durant's got 6.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Latre. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. He's got 9. And KD's got the ball here for the Rockets. They beat the Warriors during their last encounter in the Bay Area.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Here's Podziemski. The Rockets making the shot. Green left side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün.
And a quick look at the numbers for Kevin Durant. Averaging about 26 points per, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Good on the three-point shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Curry dishes to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
The Warriors making a switch here. Santos is checked in. Rockets leading by 8. Smith outside. Pass to KD. A 3-ball. The Warriors pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
A tenacious big man. Good seeing Horford keep his balance in these situations.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Horford at the line for 1.
So, Greg, with All-Star voting underway, there are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
KD passes to Şengün. Out to Smith. Lets it go from deep. And Horford pulls it down. Warriors trail by 5. Curry on the wing. Takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. Last game for Houston, they pick up the win against Dallas. Smith the pass to Thompson. From deep. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Thompson. KD's got 9.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of this season's best rebounding point guards. Second, Amen Thompson.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And these guys have that same nose for the ball. These are some scrappy players. They can hold their own in the paint with anyone.
Now here's Curry. 23 points for him the last game against Detroit. Sinks the triple. He's got 12.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
And here's KD for 3. Al Horford with the rebound. Warriors trail by 5. Pass to Podziemski. Curry with it. He's got 12. And stolen by Thompson. A crossover. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Still, to this day, RJ, Kevin Durant still seems matchup proof.
Well, yeah, because nothing's changed with his height and the skill. That quick release and his competitiveness, oh, it's the same as it's ever been.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Thompson passes to Smith. Outside Durant. Shoots the 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Santos. Golden State moving the ball around. And here is Curry. Now Podziemski. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle.
Here's KD after the Warriors pick up 3. Here's Eason. He has 5. Back to KD. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Pass to Podziemski. Now, here's Moody. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jabari Smith. And Shepard subbed in for Tari Eason. Warriors trail by 7. Podziemski with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Pass to Curry. Here's the 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Kevin Durant talked about the key to his longevity, and he said just being enthusiastic about the game every day and wanting to get better, that forces you to get in the gym. What you do the most is what you're going to be best at, and if you don't use it, you'll lose it. That's how I look at it. Back to you.
Truly the love for the game. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 6-point lead. High post, KD. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. He gets that one.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
Here's Santos. Back to Curry. Pass to Santos. No good from outside.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Horford against Capella. Here's Podziemski. And here is Curry. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Inside, here's Finney-Smith. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. It was only, let's do this.
Pass to Horford. It's stolen by Capella. Thompson dishes to Durant. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. That one drops for him. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And let's also give them some credit for running the break so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Here's Curry after the made shot from KD. Count it. Curry's got 17 now.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Clint Capella. Jae'Sean Tate comes in for Kevin Durant. And Okogie subbed in for Amen Thompson. .109 left to play here in the first. So the wing on the left. Now, here's Tate. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got his second bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And here is Hield, coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Santos, the pass to Melton. Pulls it up. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Shepherd, still scoreless. Misses the jumper. And so it's the Houston Rockets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Rockets here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. He's out there with Şengün. Shepherd out there with Jae'Sean Tate. And it's Okogie in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Now, here's Tate. He's covered closely, and he misses his first shot of the game.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
Hield the pass to Melton. Now post. Hield outside. Off target with his three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that
time. Here's Shepherd. He has yet to score. Pass to Şengün. Here's Okogie. Here's Shepherd. Buries it from three-point range. Shepherd's got the lead up to 13 now for Houston.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepherd early on, his ability to shoot with range.
Now post. Şengün covering. Down low. It's picked off. And it's the Rockets on the break. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Now that's how you force the issue with the defense. Şengün really powered his way through that foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
First team foul. At the line for Houston, Alperen.
What's up?
One shot.
And that one misses. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflections. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
To the middle, here's Tate, and Tate throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Now, here's Melton. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Detroit.
This is what Hield does. Exceptional at spacing the court with his three-point shooting.
Here's Okogie. It's a 14-point game. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Melton. Nothing on the board. Good. Nice job down low.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Durant's checked in for his Warriors making a switch here. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Kevin Durant third.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
There's so many great scorers at the small forward spot in the NBA. To make this list, you got to have a ridiculous amount of firepower.
Shepherd can't hit from 12. Warriors trail by 14. Moody the pass to Curry. Stolen by Durant. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Okogie, the pass to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Lays it up off the glass. KD's got 23.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Curry with it. 17 points in the game. From downtown, Curry making it look so easy.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
And Şengün throws it down.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Warriors trail by 15. Now here's Hield. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Taken away. Here's Okogie, covered by Hield. Teardrop shot, takes a three, and Josh Okogie gets the three. And the Rockets lead by 18.
You expect Durant to finish when he drives, but he fooled the defense by making that pass.
Pass to Santos. Outside Curry. And the Warriors, another three.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And here is Durant. He's got 23. Count that one. He's got 25.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Santos. Now Moody, still without a basket. To the inside. Here's Santos. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Shepherd. Durant with it. He's got 25. Warriors with the rebound. Santos has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Green slams it in.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Rockets leading by 15. So when it comes to the league's premier three-point specialist, Buddy Hield, RJ, is one name that quickly comes to mind.
When Hield is on the floor, his coaches and teammates want him to shoot the ball. Because when Buddy is dialed in, oh boy, he's dangerous.
For the Rockets, Jay Shante comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Josh Okogie. Al Horford is checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Şengün. A 14-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well. Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Tate's only got 4 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Tari Eason comes in for Shepherd. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Moody. Guarded by KD. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 28.
And wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
Durant finds Thompson. Shoots over Curry. Thompson misses. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Down by 12. Pass to Curry. Back to Green. Clock at 6. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Houston leading by 12. Here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Pass to Moody. Golden State moving it around. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Now Şengün. Here's KD, defended by Moody. Durant kicks to Thompson. Going inside. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Thompson's got 7 points.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Moody the pass to Curry. A 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Durant. Back to Smith. Pass to Eason. And a miss there on the triple.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Outside Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Back to you, Kevin.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Thompson passes to Smith. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
Here's Podziemski.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Horford. On to Podziemski. 5 to shoot. Here's Curry. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Curry's got 30 points.
For his sake, I hope they can come back. You hate to see the performance he's having be wasted in a loss.
Back to Thompson. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, Richard, you had an interesting view of the start of the Warriors dynasty.
Yeah, I was very, very blessed to be a part of that Steph, Clay, and Draymond's first playoff run back in 2013. Matter of fact, some of the Warrior fans are still mad at me for some missed free throws. But I was 90 years old. Let it go.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
59 seconds left now here in the second. Eason passes to Şengün. Outside, KD. And the layup is good. And that's now 27 points for Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something that everyone knows or should know. When Durant turns it on, there is no slowing him down. That's how lethal of a scorer he is in NBA history.
Now here is Horford. He's coming off a 13-point game against Detroit.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Curry with it. He's covered by Thompson. Curry can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the paint. And finished off by Horford.
Bring in the heat. Horford goes for the rim with real intensity.
Now here's Durant. And there it is for him. Durant's got 29 in the game. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Houston Rockets. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition. We got to make them feel us. You know, they're just running anything they want. We've got to at least disrupt the stuff they're trying to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs, please. And measuring up the shot. Oh, so close, so close. Give it up for the participants.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. What do you make of these future games, fellas?
Why are you always talking about the future, Ernie? Live in the present.
Yeah, you know, you really need to practice mindfulness, Ernest.
Jeez, I'm just trying to do my job. They put these games up on the screen. I thought we should talk about them. Excuse me. And taking a closer look at that first half, How about Kevin Durant?
Man, how good has KD been? Playing with confidence, letting the game come naturally to him, and he affects every phase of the game, Shaq.
Making it look so easy. The great ones do that, Kenny.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Curry has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Houston leading by 17. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Moody. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. Eason with it. He's defended by Podziemski. And he comes up with the deuce. Eason's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Houston. Now Podziemski. Curry outside, and he's good on the three ball.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
And Thompson kicks to Şengün. From outside the arc, Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors trail by 16. Green inside, covered by Smith. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. You look at the Rockets. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And checking out Golden State, sitting there 4 spots below.
And seeing where the Rockets are, lately they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standings.
They've got plenty of time left to get back to being the team we thought they'd be heading into the year, but they'd better do it quick.
Inside, here's Curry. Curry able to beat the contact inside.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Durant feeling it out a bit. Over Moody. Draymond Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 14. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Podziemski. Horford kicks to Green. Shot clock at 6. Curry passes to Horford. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
And that one falls for Horford. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Now here's Durant. He has 29. Thompson outside, launches it. Warriors with the rebound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. Shoots over KD. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Eason. He's defended by Podziemski. Eason passes to Smith. Thompson for the triple. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Let's make some noise for your Raptors.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's really stood out for them over the past month. 7th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Durant kicks to Şengün. Thompson from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th assist in this one. Curry passes to Moody. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Smith dishes to Thompson. Down low, here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Şengün.
Thompson against Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Over to the wing. To the middle. This past offseason, the Rockets had to find a balance, Richard, between adding talent and maintaining chemistry.
Yeah, that's because continuity was a big factor in their success. But they also understand that in order to win in the postseason, you need star power.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Rockets?
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Richard, be honest, did you expect Curry to have this kind of career when he was drafted into the NBA?
I don't think anyone expected Steph to have such a transformative career. He's more than a superstar. He's an icon and an excellent ambassador for the game.
Warriors trail by 14. Outside, Green. And here is Moody. No scoring in this one. Outside Curry. Horford with the screen on Thompson. Count that bucket.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
to the inside. Here's Thompson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Curry, and he has 42. Right side, Green fires from deep. The three-pointer is right on target. Podziemski's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
A deep three from Durant. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. In third, the Warriors.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Hields checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski finds Hield. Outside, Horford. Back to Hield from past the arc. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Durant drains it from distance.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Pass to Horford. Outside, Green. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so, Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lets the three fly. No good on the shot. Warriors trail by 14. Inside, here's Horford. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Thompson outside. Durant with it. He's got 36. Back to Thompson. Pass to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And Şengün is piling up the points, looking totally confident and in control.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Houston making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Smith. And Shepard subbed in for Tari Eason. Hield outside. Pass to Moody. Here's Podziemski. He's got 7.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Finney-Smith. Now, here's Şengün. Now, Shepard, 6 to shoot. Good! And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 5 assists in the game. Now Podziemski. Hield outside. For the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's KD. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And the slam by Moody.
One of the all-time great passing big men. Green opens up so many opportunities for this offense.
Outside, KD. Pass to Shepard. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Green deciding where to go with it. And here is Horford. Pajemski on the wing. Over Shepard. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Rockets leading by 18. Here's Şengün. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
We've seen more of this from Şengün lately, finding chances to make buckets.
Horford sets a screen for Green. Pass to Moody. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Alperen Şengün. 11th in rebounding. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Şengün. Jay Shante comes in for Kevin Durant. And Okogie subbed in for Amen Thompson. Now, here's Tate. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And here are the Warriors now. The Rockets making the shot. Pass to post. Here's Hield. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Hield's got 5.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now, here's Tate. And the basket is good.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Post. Pass to Hield. Here's Pajemski. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Warriors have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. Stephen Curry's checked in for Buddy Hield.
Line for the Warriors. Pajemski. One shot.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Shepard with the ball. He's got 9. Now, here's Tate. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
Outside Curry. Just 3 on the clock, and the layup is good. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half. And so it's the Houston Rockets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Shepard, Jayshawn Tate out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Alperen Sengun. And it's Okogie in at the shooting guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Rockets leading by 20. Pass to Sengun. Richard, we see such an influx of foreign players. Any concern that American-born players will fall behind?
100%. We have to change our development. We have to change our approach to youth basketball because right now the Europeans, one, hungrier. Two, they have a greater approach for skill and technique at an early age.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Tate, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Jayshawn Tate.
First free throw is good. The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Hield outside. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Houston.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Capella and the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Curry outside. Rebound by Okogie.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Hield following the score by Houston. Outside Curry. And let's not forget, RJ, you were second in the Rookie of the Year voting. I haven't forgotten it. But when you go back to that time, what was the key in your adjustment process?
Well, one thing that really helped me out is I played 3 years of high-level college basketball. Most rookies don't get that experience, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to transition to the pro game.
Here's Sengun following the basket by Stephen Curry. Shepard, the pass to Sengun. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Okogie. Good. And it's Sengun picking up the assist.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Pass to Shepard. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game. Durant's
checked in for Capella. And the Warriors also making a change. Al Horford is checked in for Quentin Post. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Shepard. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Santos. An easy 2 points on the layup.
The playmaking of Hield, it's really improved over the years.
Rockets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Outside Durant. Well, we all love teams going all in to win. But, Richard, some teams run that risk, and it does not work out.
But that's the risk. These windows are so small. If you believe that you have a chance to go all in, or if you have a 2-year window, it's okay to leverage the future in hopes of getting it done now.
No good on the free throw for the Rockets. Clint Capella comes in for Şengün. And it's Green in for Durant. And he's good on the second. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here is Curry to the wing right side. Here's Hield. Pass to Santos. Golden State moving the ball around. And Hield with the basket on the assist by Curry.
This is Hield at his best, a major threat to torch defenses off the catch.
Shepard the pass to Capella. And you hear about the second apron, bringing both financial and basketball-related penalties. Richard, do you think that shrinks the window for contending teams?
It's going to force some very, very tough decisions. We've already seen teams making adjustments to put themselves in a better financial position. Those penalties, they're aggressive.
Now here is Horford. Shot by Hield, nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one. And the dunk by Capella.
You can get used to that from Shepard. He likes to keep the ball moving.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup. Curry's got 18 points just in the second half.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Now Shepard. Here's Tate on the money with the shot from the left block. Tate's only got 4 this quarter.
Not going to miss that one very often. Great job.
Curry with it. Hield outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Shepard. Pass to Tate. They double him with Horford. Okogie for 3. Cans it from downtown.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit. He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
So it's the Rockets now, following the score by Golden State. And when players get into a little extracurricular conversation with opponents, RJ, do you think officials are a little too quick to hit them with a double team?
No, that's just officials trying to get control of the game, giving both players a warning. That's all a tough technical is a warning, because we don't have both players have been warned. We have both players have technicals.
Good looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Houston. Warriors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Outside, Horford. Curry setting the pick for Horford. Back to Curry. Right side, Green. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And really trying to work the ball inside here and starting to get results. A lot of that offense coming in the paint here in the second half.
One shot.
That's good from Green.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
Pass to Shepherd. Launches a three. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the game getting more spread out. Do you think RJ will ever see an NBA 4-point line?
I doubt it, but I guess you never know. I personally don't think it's a good idea. I think the game needs tweaks, not changes.
One shot.
The quintessential glue guy. Green does all the dirty work. You need one of these guys on your team because he has such a diverse skill set.
Okogie, the pass to Capella. Now Shepherd. Now here's Tate. 6 on the shot clock. Okogie, the pass to Finney Smith. The Rockets with another miss.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Horford. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And the performance Horford has turned in undeniable. He came to the table hungry tonight.
Now Shepherd. Here's Tate. That's short off the rim. Warriors trail by 17. Podziemski with it. Outside, Horford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
I like when Horford seeks out his offense like this. Look, making the D compromise on one or the other.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for. A new lineup here for Houston. So Horford gets 2.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Eason. To the middle. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him.
Yeah, setting a solid pick and then getting himself open. Şengün playing really well in that part.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 17. Outside, Horford. And he gets it to go.
With a defender in his shirt, that's a really nice play by Horford.
And here's Thompson. Now Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. Buries the deep ball.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Now Podziemski. Now here is Horford. Stephen Curry. Good. That's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
He's in with it. Thompson. What a response. Hitting a three of their own.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Here's Pajemski. Outside, Horford. And good that time.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Rockets.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
The long shot, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Durant. Yep, it counts.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Houston making some changes. Tate, he's checked in for Smith. Okogie comes in for Jari Eason. And Shepard subbed in for Amen Thompson.
One of the most accomplished players in the game. Durant's sole focus is to continue contending for titles.
Yo, back up on D'Anthony.
Here's Melton. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Healed from outside. Three. Good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now Shepard. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaFleur.